Let us continue with our lesson. Since we have added a color over here, and the next step is to change the color based on our status of our task. So what we will do now is let's go back to our project over here and let's get started. First thing is that we will change the task response. So for the task response, I will add a new field. Just copy this one and just paste it below. We'll be needing a integer, and let me call this one as a bg color because we will be adding a color to our text view. So okay, so we have one new field which is of a bg color, and inside this let's create a companion object. So it should be companion object, and we need to create a one function and a binding adapter. So for that, let me add a JVM static. We need to create a static function. What does the JVM static annotation does? It create will tell the compiler to create a one more static function, or if we have a property, then create a getter and setter for that property based on the Java or JVM static. So what we will do is we will have to bind the adapter. So I'll say binding adapter, and we need to give some variable of a name. So we can just create let's say we say a view for grou and the view background. So the background. So it should be background, and let's create a function. So this should be of our JVM static function, and we will create a one function which is of an extension function. So that should be of a text view dot let's say a set bg color. So text views are the bg color, sorry, should be bg colors, text views are bg color. So we create a one function, and this is a text view, and in the text view we are setting the set bg color. This is our function name. So basically this is the what kind of function we can call it as a Kotlin extension function. So this is a Kotlin extension function that we're creating for a text view, and when we set this one, what we can do is we can pass a parameter of a color. I can just say as a CULR color, and this is of a int the type. So it should be CULR color, and what I will do over here is I will check for the color. So let's say we can pass it as a null value. So I can just say as a null, and we can check for if color is not equals to null. If color is not equals to null, then I will just go and use that one value. If color is not equals to null, then we can say this dot set background color. So it should be set background color. Let's find for a background. So let's say this data background. Okay, this dot background is equals to, we can say the color. Why it is not accepting is a driver. So, okay, so we need to set an integer. That I think this dot we need to get some different property that will accept as a integer value. So it should be of a set background, or background is need a driver set background color. Okay, so let's change to the set background color that will require a color. So for this let me remove this part, and this I think the spelling is not correct, COLOR color. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. Replace it and just place it over here. So if you notice that we have access to this, so this is a current object. So current object is the text view. So that's how simple we can create an extension function. Otherwise we had to have create a text view variable and assign it. But now we using the help of the Kotlin extension function, you can see we can just simply access using this keyword. This means the current text view that we are currently working, and this is the function name. So that's the function that we have created, which is a Kotlin extension function. So I hope you guys got it. So don't get confused what we are trying to do over here. This is a Kotlin extension function that we are creating. And now since we have created a binding adapter, it's possible to make use of this binding adapter in our binding. So in the view binding, we can just make use of that one. So over here, let me make use of that one. I can just say app and the name that we have created. So name is a view. The binding adapter name is view background. So we can make use of that one, view background. Okay, we have access to it. And now we can set the value for this view. So view, and I can just say tax dot the bg color. So tax dot bg color. So it's simple, right? So we create a one. If you go over here, we create a inside the companion object, we create a binding adapter and bind the view with the text view. So for the text view, we create a simple function over here, extension function, and we set the background for this text view, and we call this binding adapter in our view, and we can set the background for this text view now. And we have set that one, and let's go back to our adapter. In adapter, we'll check the current status. So what we do is over here, I can say if data dot status, right? If data the status is equals to it should be of started, is it is started, and if it is started, then we'll change to some color, and sorry, else if the data dot status is equals to we will say that started and pending. I think the pending should be on the top, so pending, pending, and here we change to start, it is started, and if it's not then else part, we will change to some other color, so that should be fine. So what we will do is, if it is pending, let's go and create a color first. So if it is pending, then we need to set a different color. For started, we'll change a different color, and rest we'll change to different color. So let's go to the color section and let's create a color value for it. So let me say a color, and the name let's keep as a status of a pending, pending, status of a pending. Then we create one color. So let's say hash, and let's give a FFFFF, and let's change the color from here. So we can just change the color from here. If pending, that means we can say that this each on a red color something. So I think we set the red color if it is pending. Then let's copy this one, and let's go and create a different color for started, right? START, it is started, and started should be on something like blue color. So let's say started in the blue color, and for the different else color or the completed, status should be of completed, completed, and we'll change the color to the something like a green color, right? So that should be fine. Okay, so I think we we have a color, there's some spelling mistake, so let's fix it. So status completed. Okay, so we have color, 3D color for our status. Let's go back to task adapter, and now we can change the set the data dot, we have a bg color, right? So bg color we can set r dot it should be of a color dot, then we have to get a color for our status color of a pending. And why it is val, so val cannot be reassigned. Okay, we can just go and fix that one as a val, and let's go back to adapter. Okay, that should work, and just copy these two, and in the else part we can say that this is of a status of started, and finally we will have a color of a status of a completed. So that's look fine. So we have added it, and I hope that should work as expected. Let's try to run the application. So I think we should run the application. Okay, so the Gradle build has finished. Let's launch our application and let's wait for it to come up. Okay, so you can see we have a color, but all of the colors are same. So that's not working. So I think we need to fix it. And let's try to fix this issue. So why the color is coming up of different for all of our started, completed, as well as for pending. So let's meet up in the next lecture and we'll try to fix the issue that we are facing over here. So I'll see you in the next video. Till then, have a great day.